Shields up, Ironbreakers. Work on here coming at you with another video, and today we're going to be checking out Graceful Explosion Machine for the Nintendo Switch. This title was sent to me by Vertex Pop so that I could give it a look and tell you guys my opinions on it. And what is Graceful Explosion Machine all about? Well, it is a bullet hell side-scrolling shooter that also kind of loops around itself on pretty much all the levels that I've played so far, so I'm assuming it loops around itself on every level. And the thing that really caught my attention on this game, other than the fact that it's on the Switch, and I do have to admit I tend to pay a lot of attention at what's coming out on the Switch right now, because it's still a new platform and all that stuff, but what really caught my attention was the visuals. And I know it's very superficial for you to just be like, oh man, the visuals are great. The visuals are in fact great. But the gameplay is also really good, and something that really surprised me was the sound. The sound also very, very solid. So let's check it out. Let me show you guys what this is all about. For starters, you also have challenge modes once you start going through the regular levels, because as if the regular levels weren't challenging enough, they're just like, well, you know, if you want to get a bigger challenge, you can go challenge mode. Go ahead. But we're going to be starting on Magento's Prime. I've done all the levels in this planet, and then you also have Quartz Catacumbia, which is somewhat different. So we'll take a look at another planet as well. But we're going to start with Magento's Prime. These two first levels, these are basically tutorial levels, and this is your first actual level. Although in here, they're still kind of teaching you how to use the missiles. So we're going to go for level 1-4 so that I can show you guys a couple of mechanics and stuff, tell you guys how the game works. Just one thing, a little bit of a disclaimer, which is on this game, if you are not fully focused on what is happening, it is very, very hard to actually play it. Like, this is a very challenging game. At least for someone like me who's not super adept at bullet hell, and a lot of people are going to say, oh, Rurikon, but you played Nier Automata, like that had a lot of bullet hell sections. Yeah, and I sucked there too. So guess what? Imagine what's going to happen here. Okay, so as we begin, let me just call out your attention to the top right-hand side of the screen, where you will see your combo modifier, basically. So the more things you kill, the higher that combo is going to get. And I'm only going to start killing when I'm actually ready to start going for the score on this level. So you have 4 basic attacks. So this is the most basic attack that you have, which is just like just shoot things. This one has a bit of a heating mechanic to it. Which is, you guys can see that little green thing that starts filling up as I shoot. If that goes all the way into red, you're not going to be able to keep shooting because your weapon is overheated. So that is your most basic attack. It's just like a little laser thing. That I did right there is a dash that you get. Using that dash, you can kind of bypass enemies. However, you have to be careful not to land right on top of them. So you can jump through your enemies, but you have to be aware of where your little speed boost thing ends, otherwise you might just land on top of someone. But that is your main means of evasion. Now notice that we've been losing our combo constantly, because you have to be constantly killing things, otherwise your combo goes down, and if your combo goes down, you're not going to get a decent enough score. If you get hit by anything, your combo also resets to 0. So you heard that little sound right there, the boom. That means that the combo is gone. So you have to keep that combo going if you expect to have any kind of a high score. So we've just been using our most basic weapon so far. It's time to show a couple of new things. So the other weapon that you have is an energy sword, which is this. This is also able to destroy bullets. So you can use this to destroy bullets. Another weapon that you have is missiles. These will actually be heat-seeking, and you can choose the direction in which they fire. So I can fire missiles forward, I can fire missiles backward. They will always go in the direction that you are moving your ship. Now, for tough enemies like this, you don't want to use your basic shots or the missiles even. You want to use this, what they call the sniper laser, which is this thing. But this is only good for single target damage. It sucks if you're going to have to damage multiple things. So that's kind of like the balance they do it. Like, if you want AoE, you want the missiles. If you want close range, you want that sword thing. The sword will also destroy certain red bullets. So if you're getting cornered by bullets that are being fired by those tougher enemies, you're going to use the sword to get rid of those. And then each of these missiles, lasers, all these other things they use the larger power bar that you see at the very bottom of the screen, which gets refilled whenever you pick up these little yellow things that the enemies are dropping. So that's pretty much what the mechanics are like. Then it's just a matter of getting to know each of the enemies that you encounter in the game. So you have your basic little green dudes, you have the tougher blue dudes, you have these more tough red dudes. So it's like you have to be aware of what each enemy is going to throw at you so that you can kind of counter it with the proper weapon, and also so that you can dodge the stuff that they're going to throw at you. And at the same time, keep your combo going, otherwise your score is going to suck. Be aware not to overuse your powers, because then it's going to take them a while to recharge. So it's constantly this balance game that you're having, where you're trying to balance out where are my enemies, what are they shooting at me, what do I need to be shooting at them, and how are my resources doing, you know? Every time you do a level, you have 2 lives, at least on the basic mode. When you go into the challenge mode, things change, and each live will allow you to take 3 hits. Once you get hit, there is a chance that certain enemies will spawn like an item that allows you to heal yourself for that specific hit, but you know, if you get hit, it also resets your score entirely, your score multiplier, so you definitely don't want to get hit. And if you get hit 3 times and you die, you lose your score for that level, but you do get a chance to start at a different section of the level, because like each level here is divided by 3 phases, so if you lose all of your score, if you die in one of these levels, you'll be allowed to restart at the phase that you were in, but you do lose your score. So obviously you don't want to die. So this is the most basic kind of level that you can find. Now let's look at something a little bit more complex, so that you guys get an idea of what a harder level looks like. Let's go 1-8. I did terrible in this level last time. Let's see if I can improve on my score. But it's basically the same mechanics that I talked about. It's just a matter of knowing when to use each of your weapons, knowing where your enemies are at all times, like this guy that's spawning behind me. Making sure that you take him out before he takes you out. Like, it's very much be aware of your surroundings. Try to keep your combo going. Make sure that you kill all of your enemies. I mean, you know, it's not particularly a novel concept when it comes to bullet shooters. So the thing that really this game has going for it is the visuals and the sound, in my opinion. Which, damn, I ran out of ammo there, and then I ran out of power too. So we're already doing terrible. We got hit once. That means we have 2 more hits in us. Whoa! That was kind of a close call. And we're doing terrible this thing, because we've already lost our combo, and now we have 1 enemy left. We're going to lose our combo again. But we did get through the first phase with 4,000 points, which is terrible, but okay. Anyone who knows how to play this game properly will tell you that, like, this is a terrible score. But just remember, it's only because I'm commentating. Like, when I'm not commentating, I play this game so much better. You guys have no idea. I'm like #1 EU, #1 in my street when I'm not commentating in this game. Whoa, 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 whoa. Come on, give me that stuff. What? So by this point, you have a pretty good idea of what the game is about. If you're into this kind of games, into this kind of like bullet hell, side-scrolling shooting stuff, then you're definitely going to enjoy this title quite a bit, particularly if you're on the Switch. Also remember, you can play it both on the go and on the TV. It is 60 FPS, whether it's on the TV or it's on the go. It plays just fine on the go, just like it plays just fine on the TV. I haven't had any issues with it so far. Either in performance or otherwise. Gameplay, super solid in my opinion. Visuals and sound are top notch. At least personally, I like them. It was really surprising to me, because like the visuals, I knew that I was going to get into the visuals, because I like the visual aspect of the game since I saw the first trailers and gameplay. But the sound, I think, was what surprised me the most. Now, I've heard things about how this game was supposed to use like HD rumble or something, and I gotta tell you, maybe it's using it. I can't tell, because I'm way too focused on everything else that is happening. So I'm really not paying that much attention to whether or not this is rumbling a certain way. And whether or not it would use it, I don't think it would make that much of a difference, personally. Come on. We're out of power. So we gotta back off. Without power, we can't take on that particular dude. Jeez, this is getting messy. Ooh, that was a risky maneuver, but it paid off. It paid off greatly. It paid off dividend. Oh, got hit. Nasty, nasty, nasty. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Finally, we got him. Hey, we're doing way better than we did last time, I'll tell you that much. Which is when you guys say, wow, I hate to see how you did last time, huh? And we did it. 20,000. That's actually not that bad for this level. You want to bet? I'm going to get like a B. Watch. Here it comes. Never mind. Never mind what I just said. This is just like Vertex Pop is just yanking my chain. Either way, it's still upgraded our score. So you guys have seen the basic levels. No, that's not what I didn't mean to do that. My bad. Now let me show you guys what the other planet looks like. This is Quartz Catacumbia, which is a different planet. You have to unlock, I think, at either 5 or 6 levels on the pink planet to have access to this one. So I'm assuming by the time you get to 2.6 or 2.7, you should have access to one of the other planets if you want to keep things fresh. This is what it looks like on this planet. There's also a new mechanic on this level. This is about as far as I've made it into the game at this point. The mechanic on this level is that you have this little laser constantly moving through the scenery, and I've never gotten hit by it, but I'm assuming if I do get hit by it, it's probably real bad. But you can kind of navigate around it using the terrain, which makes it so that in this particular level you kind of have to plan ahead when you're going to be going where, so that you know, oh damn, completely fumbled that, so that you know that you're going to be able to keep your bonus multiplier up. Otherwise you're going to have a tough time getting a high score on this level. The laser's coming back, I believe. Okay. That means we're moving forward, whether we like it or not. And we're out of power. I hate being... Oh my god, massive hits. Again, like I said, these levels loop around themselves. So it's like, oh man. I was just doing so terrible right there. So we didn't even spend a life on this because we never even got past the first phase. If you don't get past the first phase, you don't even lose lives, so you can retry the first phase as much as possible. Well, once you get past first phase, that's when you start losing lives, and that's when it starts resetting your score and all that. Come on, there we go. Again, it's like, to me, one of the more appealing things in this game is definitely the visuals, the visual aspect of it. It's just a feast for your eyes, and I think the name Graceful Explosion Machine is definitely a well-applied name to this stuff. Oh god! And right now I'm just like super distracted. So this game also has one of those things where when you kind of start losing your momentum, you start doing terribly. So that's what's happening to me right now. I've lost my momentum, and now I'm gonna die terribly. But it does show you some of the new enemies, like these guys over here with a lot of armor in their face, and I'm dead. Still didn't make it past first phase. I'm not sure if I ever made it past first phase in this thing. I gotta really focus up. But like I'm telling you guys, you really do need to be super focused when you're playing this game. And it's not the kind of game that you're gonna be playing to relax. It's the kind of game that you play to challenge yourself. And it is a challenging game. Trust me when I tell you this. Because, yeah, even in the first world, I was like struggling with it the first couple of times. Even after I started, you know, even after I got used to the controls and all that, it's still pretty damn challenging. Oh god, this is bad, team. Okay, we're gonna make it through. We're gonna pull through. Laser is actually going back, that's good. Ooh, how do we avoid that? I think I was just blind luck. Blind luck, baby. I'll take it though. I'll take the blind luck. Oh god, we're so out of things. Out of things! Out of all the things! We have nothing. We have nothing to give. Ooh, so close. Oh man, only that guy left? There, we made it through the first phase. I'm not going to go into the second phase because I want to show you guys a different thing. Oh, wow. Okay, so second phase, you actually have 2 lasers, thus making this considerably harder. Oh, look, a health. Thank you. Actually, no, you only have one laser. It's just aiming downwards instead of upwards. Which is going to put you on your toes, because if you're in the upper section, you might not see that the laser is coming, and you might get yourself killed. There's the laser. Always keep your eyes on where the laser is so that you're always aware. And if we keep heading in this direction, we're going to run into the laser again. There you go. There you go. Oh. Okay, good stuff. We're actually going to make it to phase 3. I wonder if phase 3 is like the actual 2 lasers, because I think that's the way that you got to go next, right? There's laser on top. No laser on bottom, though. At least none that I can see just yet. Be cool if it like swapped. Either way, I'm going to exit out of this level so that I can show you something else. So these are the basic levels. These are 2 of the worlds that you can see in the game. The other type of level that you have is this one W, and the major difference is that this is a warp level, so you see this crystal looking thing here, and what happens with this one is the more things you kill, it starts filling up, and once it fills up, you get a warp crystal, which I'm still not entirely sure what that's for. That's kind of how this particular level works. There are no phases. You do get 2 lives, so I guess you get to continue even if you die. Obviously, your score is going to take a huge hit if you do that, so you really shouldn't. You should try not to die as much as possible, because that is bad. Oh my god, so close. Come on. I can't lose my combo. Can't lose my bonus multiplier. Out of power, we're out of juice. Now you're going to get some tougher enemies here. You guys can see that slightly bigger blue dude. He's going to be a bit of a problem. You want to make sure that you charge up on power before you try and engage him. Hey, look at that. We're actually 16. That 16 bonus multiplier, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop the party. No! Oh my god, I was able to... Ooh, the luck. The luck. 20 times multiplier. That's the highest multiplier I've ever had. That makes me so happy. Keep going. Keep going. Keep the party going. Can't stop. Won't stop. We're out of power. This is bad. No! They hit us. They ruined it. We had a 24 times multiplier. And they just ruined it. Oh man, feels bad when you lose a big ass multiplier like that. And then I fumbled the controls, but you guys get the idea as to how this mode goes. Once you go through that warp that warp thing, you will be able to get a warp crystal, which again, I don't know what that does, but basically it fully unlocks the planet. Oh no, the warp crystal gives you access to challenge modes. That's what it does. I almost forgot. So, and then in challenge modes, you have this, which is score attack. Now, score attack, what it does, gives you 3 phases, but it doesn't stop, and you only have 1 life. So it's like survival mode almost. So you play until you drop, and every time you go through the 3 phases, it's going to give you a score, you know. And then the score keeps going and going and going. So basically, you get checkpointed each 3 phases, and once that finishes, you get assigned the score, and then you can keep going to double down. Actually, you have to keep going. You have to keep going until you die, basically. At least that's my interpretation of this mode. I don't know if it actually has an end to it, because I've never actually finished it. But yeah, this is essentially what this is. Then there's a Warp Plus mode, which I'm assuming is like a more challenging version of Warp, which is the last level that we did. And there you go. These are the modes that I've unlocked so far. I'm pretty sure there might be more things that you unlock as you go further into the game. But, you know, first impressions... Oh, wow, we're actually at 12. That's impressive. Wow, look at us go with the scores, man. And we fumbled up the power. Surprised we're actually might be able... Are we going to be able to keep it? Yeah, we're going to be able to keep that. 15. I love seeing that bonus multiplier go up. It makes me so happy. It's like big numbers. This is one of those games where do you like big numbers, you like high scores? This is one of those games that you're going to like then. Oh god. Boom. Fumbled it because we ran out. There's the health. And this is challenge mode. And this is Graceful Explosion Machine, which as far as I'm concerned is a really appropriate title for this game. I think it's a lot of fun if you like bullet hells, side-scrolling shooters. And yeah, those are my first impressions on Graceful Explosion Machine. Leave me all the comments, feedback in the comment section below. Thank you guys very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. If you really enjoyed it, consider sponsoring. There is a link in the description that allows you to do that. Thank you guys very much, and I'll see you all in the next one.